Where do you want to go with that pile of utter rubbish in the second half? I don't know where to start with a performance as bad as that. To say I'm fuming, I want to know what you think. It's like we don't want Champions League. I really don't know what to say. Get your views in, get your comments in. This is your fan zone show. Say what you want, get it in there, and let us know what you want to say. Well, we said at half-time that we were looking comfortable, looking good, but 1-0 was always a dangerous position to be in. I think we had 11 or 12 chances in the first half. Bournemouth had one. So many questions to ask you guys. We want your views live. If you want to click on one of the links that I'm just about to put in the comments, click on that and let me know what you think via video link. Put it in the comments. Let us know what you think. This is your views. I want to ask you, why did Nacho go off at half-time? Was he injured? Or was that an absolute disastrous half-time substitution to bring Pratt on? Because if he's injured, fine. But to me, it looked like we were just settling for it. Simply awful. Do you agree? I don't know what else to say. I've just never, ever seen such awful stuff. I don't know where you want to start with on that. Casper's ridiculous kick out that hits Ndidi. Ndidi's ridiculous tackle that goes in. Soyuncu not going to tackle the bloke who comes for their second. Soyuncu then kicking the bloke and then kicking him on the floor. Absolute screaming idiot that is Soyuncu for doing that. Johnny Evans looked like he couldn't be arsed today. Gave away. He was unlucky for their deflection. But then Fuchs and Evans messing around for the fourth. Absolutely stonkingly embarrassing, as if we deserve to be in the Champions League. Absolutely not, if you ask me. Mark Gatwood, absolutely agree. Still no other plan than plan A. We just carried on doing the same thing. Raj, I asked the same question. What on earth did we change it for at half time? Luke, words that I'm afraid I don't know what you want to say apart from that. I agree with you, Adam. It can't be real. It is real. We've just lost. Listen, Norwich are relegated. Norwich are the worst team in the Premier League. Absolute rubbish. They've got 21 points. They've took 4 points off us this season. Bournemouth, rubbish. They've just absolutely annihilated it to us. Yavi on YouTube saying, that's it, Champions League. We don't deserve it. We just do not deserve it. Since that 1-1 draw against Norwich at Christmas, we just do not deserve it. Keep getting your views in, keep getting your comments. Ian, I hope he was injured in a bad way, because it was just a ridiculous thing to do. No reason to take Nacho off. John, where's the passion? We got nobody out there. It was absolutely awful. I'm just so glad if that had gone on for another few minutes, we'd have gone even more. Keep getting your views in. Whew. Reece said he's just had to go and sit in the garden. I'm about to bust a blood vessel here. I'm going to have Tom in so that he can. Tom, I'm like literally fuming here. I don't know what to say. I've never been so cross watching Leicester in years.
But just trying to laugh.
I can't hear you, Tom.
Hello, can you hear me, mate?
I can't hear you, mate. I don't know what's happened. Let's see if I can get Tom back in. Tom, can you click back in, please, in a minute?
Yeah.
See if you can come back in. Let's add Ross in. Ross?
Wow.
Well, I don't know what's happening. I can't hear Ross, so I'm sorry about Ross. Can I get you to click back in, mate?
Yep.
Please click back in. Has Brendan lost the plot, says Neil. I don't know. It looked like, you tell me, guys, at half-time, if you took Nacho off and put Dennis Pratt on, that's because you want to protect a 1-0 lead. That's an absolute thing. Complete mess, says Ian Widdowson. I'm struggling to come up with words here. I just don't know what to say. Tom?
Can you hear me, mate?
Go for it, mate, because I'm busting a blood vessel after that.
I think you've got to laugh. If you're going to cry. What an embarrassment of a second half. Firstly, if Nacho's been taken off for technical reason and he's not injured, what a mistake. Controlling the game, Nacho running the channels and pulling their defenders left, right and centre. Complete embarrassment second half. As for Casper, look, I'm not going to fault him too much. He's played brilliantly since we come back and made some fantastic saves. But a moment Nad was through trying to do a pingy short ball out, or has he miskicked it? And then, so me, the biggest
A sign
sorry,
coup.
but I can't. I'm going to say tear the tit of the day. What are you doing? We've just scored and conceded a penalty. We've just conceded the second goal within a minute. And then you go and do the most ridiculous thing in the world, try and wrestle the ball off the striker. Look, you've got to set yourselves up and go again. Not go and kick the striker and then looking like I'm doing anything wrong, because it's the most blatant kick. That's his season done. We're now losing for 3 games and we have to go against Sheffield United next Thursday, who have just smashed Chelsea 3-0. And I mean smashed, outplayed them. We have to play them with Wes Morgan coming in, who hasn't played that many games this season. Let that sink in. Wes Morgan now has to play the remaining 3 games, or Bennett is going to start. And as for Bennett, I didn't think he looked comfortable today at the back, in my opinion. It's just a joke from Soyuncu. He's done brilliant this season, but a moment of madness from him, what we have seen before, and he's now cost this season.
And Tom, why did Soyuncu not go and try and tackle the bloke? It's like Sunday morning bloody defending. It's the bloke's coming in the box, and I don't know where Soyuncu's go to the man with the ball, and he didn't do that. And then when he goes in the net, sure, the guy gives him a bit of a nudge in the net, but just idiotic. And I've got to be honest, Tom, I thought it just went, well, it obviously went from bad to worse.
Oh, I did, mate. I mean, the first half, the game was there to be won. We should have taken our chances again, another half. It should have been 2-3 at half time. We had the chance to bury the game. It should have been over. Bournemouth would have been, if you got the second goal, Bournemouth would never come back in this game. But we didn't. We then come out second half, for some reason, changed tactics and bring on Pratt, who again, he did all right. Dennis Pratt, he does what he needs to do. But I don't get why you're changing it when we were so comfortable in that game in the first half. And the second half, well, it's just calamity. And to me, we're kissing Champions League goodbye. Look, these things here, that's one season, we're going to have it, because I don't see us getting Champions League football next season. I can't see where the results are going to come against. Look, Man City are going to get the appeal overturned tomorrow, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I think they are.
It'll be a disgrace on football if they do, because they should be banned for 2 seasons. Otherwise, making a mockery of the financial fair play league in the Champions League. And basically, it's ridiculous if that happens. But can you see Man United losing against Southampton? No.
Yeah, Man City will be there in the appeal or whatever it is tomorrow. Saying, well, you can either have Manchester City in the Champions League, or you can have that shower of shit that's Leicester City.
Oh mate,
Ross.
We don't swear much, but it was shit tonight.
No, I don't. But I haven't got many other words for it today. Shambles, pathetic. Ross, what do you want to say?
To be honest, these are my first words since the game, since we could score. You could see that second goal. 2020 has just been a terrible year. I mean, ever since the turn of the year, we won 1 away game. That was against Newcastle. We've 1-0 up, absolutely comfortable. Vardy, I don't know how he didn't shoot beforehand, when Nathan Ake got injured. And then within the space of 25 minutes, we've gone from 1-0 to 4-1 with 10 men. I don't even know what to say. And to be honest, I mean, it's one. Honestly, I'm absolutely.
You're struggling for words.
It reminds me of. I mean, again, what annoys me as well. Sky Sports deciding that statistic. Bournemouth, until to this game, have never come back from a game when they've conceded first. Up steps Leicester.
They got a point, I think.
Yeah.
They got a point. And Norwich had 0. Bournemouth won a point. Ridiculous.
Fair. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, point. Sorry, my apology. Yeah, but a win.
Sorry.
Wise.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's all right. That's all right. No, it's a win. Like, the thing is, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's like it's falling apart right in front of our eyes.
Falling apart.
Do you know what, though? I think this probably will be the record viewers watching Leicester Fan TV tonight for the wrong reasons. Because the amount of comments that have come in, you'll probably struggle to keep up. It's just, honestly, I've had to mute a Snapchat group of my friends. They're all Sheffield United fans. Now, the thing is, I'm from Sheffield. I am absolutely dreading now Thursday. Up until they scored, I was looking forward to it. Looking forward, I thought, when why? Unless Kelechi's injured, why on earth did he take him off? They always say never change a winning team. Now, so I know, never change it unless there's an injury.
Exactly.
I just couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, why has he gone off? Next minute, I think we have one shot in the second half. Take out Barnes' shot at the end. We have one shot. Bournemouth wasn't even in the game until that. I don't know what Schmeichel was doing, but indeed for that one. The second one, Sancho. I mean, you said it perfectly. All season brilliant, moment of madness, and now we're up against a side who have been absolutely outstanding this season, Sheffield United. Sheffield United, not Sheffield Soonest. Just make that sure. But no, Sheffield United, honestly, might as well just kiss Champions League just to forget about it, because we need something, absolutely something. And it's literally like 2001 season. Our season is falling apart. It's falling apart right in front of our eyes.
Reese, come on, just say what you want to say.
I mean, most of the points that I want to say has been covered, but it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. The first half we were dominant. I thought, the first half we played quite well. I thought, we were back to the Leicester City of the first half of the season, and he makes that ridiculous change at half time. I'm fuming at that change at half time. If he was injured, surely Sky Sports would know that he was injured, and they'd say it. In 45 minutes, they'd find out that he was injured. If he is not injured, he does it all the time. I feel so sorry for Kelechi Iheanacho all the time. He's the one always getting dragged off. And I love Jamie Vardy. In the first few games he came back in the season, Iheanacho did more than Vardy did, and Iheanacho was always the one being taken off, or he's always the one being brought on the bench. And last year, I was not a big fan of Iheanacho. I was calling for him to go. I was calling for him to go on loan or sell him, or most 25 million we spent. I think it's probably the best 25 million we spent, because Iheanacho is quality this season, and I have no idea why he stuck him off. Dennis Pratt, I think, is quality, but Dennis Pratt should start every game for me. But how do you drop Tielemans, who's just got an assist, and then Schmeichel? You have to question Schmeichel, because that is completely ridiculous as well. And if a captain can do that, what example is that setting to the rest of the team?
Lads, it's all right. I'm going to Chappers. I can't wait, Chappers, to. I can't wait, Chappers, to see your reaction. I know you've been doing it live all the way through. What the hell was that like? That last 20 minutes.
Oh, can't hear him.
I can't hear you, Chappers.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
So I had to net one of these to get over it, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, volleyball.
So 65th minute, we were 1-0 up, third in the Premier League, and Champions League was on, right? And it's amazing in the Premier League, you can make one error and everything can go to pot. It was that quick. It was unbelievable. It was like Kasper Schmeichel made one error and the whole team just almost shut their eyes and just turned off. It was so weird. It was weird watching it. It was all in slow-mo. Because I was talking to in the live chat with people as well. It was so weird to watch it. It was like it was just all happening in slow-mo. And it was almost like fake, because like all the ricochets off, like that one for Johnny Evans that come off of his heel and went in. How the friggin' hell did this happen? It was madness, crazy.
I mean, Chappers, it wasn't. It was just like you say. It was. Well, it was Kasper's not a great kick that, and Ndidi hit him on the back of him, and then Ndidi does the foul. I mean, and it's a penalty. But then me and Tom have just Sionku for the next one. Why didn't he go and tackle their player, and why did he then kick him? It's like he's seen the red mist.
Yeah, he did. He's seen red, didn't he? And he's gone for him, and then he's tried to say that he didn't do it to the ref. Did you see that? Trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
What the bloody hell is going on? So he's done for three games, right? He's done. That's it. Season's done for him.
Yeah, Sionku won't play again, will he?
No, so you're going to see big Wes, aren't you? You're going to see big Wes and Evans. Are we going to have Chilwell fit? Are we going to have Maddison fit? Ricardo's gone. Since Ricardo's been gone, it's been a different side anyway. We've been poor without Ricardo, I think, anyway. I know James Justin's been filled in. It's a big role to fill in. But, my God, Ricardo does so much. When you think about the pace that he goes up top, down that right wing, he pulls defenders out of position, which gives that space for Maddison to work with Vardy, to get Vardy's goals. Vardy's not scored that many decent goals since, I think, Ricardo's been gone. I think the team, we haven't got the biggest depth, and we're struggling. And we're going to struggle now, lads. This is it.
It doesn't help as well. We've got 3 teams. You look at the teams we've got now. Sheffield United, who, in my opinion, have been, I hate to say this because all my best mates are Sheffield United fans, but they've been one of the teams of the season. Take out Liverpool, they've been one of the teams of the season. You've got Tottenham, who've obviously managed to win Arsenal today, and then you've got Manchester United. We've got to play. We can't keep. This is the problem. We are not taking advantage of things. Sheffield United beat Chelsea. We had it on we basically have had
it's in our hands.
A nice, juicy steak on a platter, and it's now turned into, poo, should I say. What's just happened. And now, it doesn't help. We've got Manchester United, the last game of the season as well. It's fallen upon. You just said then, chappers, about Ricardo. It reminds me of when Muzzy was in our side. We were an amazing side. When he's out of the side, we are just an average side. And that is basically, it reminds me of that right now.
Chappers, can you think, Lee Murray says, can you think of a more embarrassing result? I'm absolutely embarrassed, gutted. We're a laughing stock, Chappers.
There was one more embarrassing result, which was when we got bloody took down to League One. Come on. It's a lot worse. Jesus. I think people do forget where we've come from and where we are. We're bloody we're in the top 6. I think the target, the ambition at the start of the season was to break top 6. We are breaking the top 6. Don't forget that, boys. Jeez, you know what I mean? But it was embarrassing. You can't go south. But you can't go to the South Coast, beat Southampton 9-0, and then lose 4-1 against the 19th place Bournemouth. So something's gone wrong.
I'm not having this we should be grateful. The top 6 is great. We've been in the top 4 since September.
Of course.
One of the fans, and I can't remember who said it the other day in one of the comments. They said, we've done the greatest escape. We've done the 5,000 to 1, the miracle season. Are we going to do the greatest fail ever? We were 14 points clear of 4th. Chappers.
But was that before
This is turning into an epic fail, isn't it? As the kids would say.
Yeah. So I did some bit of research. You just keep chatting a minute, and I'll get the stats. I'm so pissed off, Phil. Sorry. I'm so fuming. It's unreal.
Listen, while we're just waiting for Chappers to go in there, I'm going to read out a load of comments because I want to get as many of the fans' views in here as possible. But a few people saying about Wilson should have been booked for attacking Sanku. He did. He was trying to just listen, a little push or to get the ball to get on with it. And to be fair, nobody's going to defend Sanku. He kicked him, and then he kicked him he kicked him on the way down. He kicked him on the ground. Sanku's absolutely got no excuse, and I don't think Callum Wilson was in it at all.
Hang on, I'll get it for you in a minute, Phil.
Woeful,
carry on.
I'm going to get as many comments in. DJ says it was woeful, and we need some steel. Aggie says, has he been sacked yet? I don't know. I don't want Brendan Rodgers sacked or anything like that, but I know people are saying that. Rob White is saying,
if you think that's
here you go, lads. Right, so listen to this. Leicester City since match week 19, okay? Since match week 19, Leicester in the form table, we are 13th, lads. That's how poor we've been since Christmas, since we got that stuffing by Liverpool on Boxing Day. Since we got stuffed like a bird on Boxing Day by Liverpool down the KP, we are 13th in form table. It's shocking.
Wow. That is awful.
That's where we are.
It's literally, I said it earlier, Phil, and I don't know if you heard, Chappers, 2000, 2001 all over again. We were third on a silver platter, and we ended up 13th. Obviously, we're not going to finish below 13th now, but it's literally turning into that omen. And it's happening under our eyes. And we are seeing it. It's like a horror movie, but coming to life.
But we've been unfortunate with some of the injuries. You've got to admit that. We have been unfortunate for the injuries. But so do other teams.
Chappers, do you know what happened to Nacho at half time?
Again, Why? Why did he get taken off? Because Brendan Rodgers did this against, I think, was it Everton he did this against, where he went defensive and went with Chowdhury and Ndidi on.
Yes.
I think it
I
was.
think
he went defensive.
I think we went defensive.
Why?
I think we did. At half-time, we were defending a 1-0 away win.
Going defensive against a team that's 19th in the Premier League, that's not won a game since February, I believe.
I mean, we've never even beat. The problem is, Sky kept on bringing it up. We've never beaten Bournemouth in the Premier League. Every time Sky do these stats, they just break them. It just breaks them all the time. I'm not saying, I'm not blaming that. I'm just saying, someone said in the comments earlier, we're doing a Tottenham. To be honest, I think it's kind of worse than they're doing a Tottenham. It's just, it's just awful. 2020, it's just been awful. You can have Liverpool win the Premier League. Leeds could be getting promoted. We're falling apart. Forest are in the playoffs.
We're not falling apart, though, are we?
No, falling apart meaning going from third.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a few comments on here, lads. Larry's saying we'd never have caved in like this in Martin's day. Locke says, if you've got time, come on and tell us. I don't know, I haven't watched the post-match thing, but he says, hats off to Casper for his comments. I wonder what Casper said after the match. So if anybody knows what Casper said, that would be really interesting. Joanna's saying didn't even watch the interviews. No, Joanna, we've not either. So let us know. I'm going to add Sean into the stream. Sean, hello. What would you like to say?
Well, first of all, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you say, Chappers? Watching Chappers at half time, watching obviously yourself at half time. Both of you were spot on at half time. That game was ours to lose. I seen a comment from Mark Watson. He said Nacho needs to come off, Barnes on. And I said, no, not at all. I had a bet, actually. Nacho to score. And then I come back in to watch the second half. And lo and behold, Nacho's been taken off. There's my bet down the window. And there's our performance down the window as well. Why he's done it, I have no idea. I'm baffled. We're all over them. They actually had no shots at all in the first half. And then we make that one change. And the game's theirs. It has no words for it, really.
I know, mate.
I'm trying to get you to say some, Sean. I'm trying to get you. Listen, there is no way you take any positives out of today's game, out of the way it's been managed, the way the substitutions have happened, the way the players have played. I'm trying to remember, Reese, watch a Leicester side absolutely fall to bits like that.
Well, I can't remember. Long time ago, we fell to bits like that. 1-0 up in the first half. You don't expect to lose 4-1.
Sorry, Reese, I can't hear Reese. Sorry, Reese. I'm going to add in Hubert. Hubert?
No, I can't hear him. He's gone.
Yeah, I can hear you.
He's gone. Chappers, can you remember seeing a Leicester performance that bad? Fall to bits?
I'm trying to have a think. I'm trying to have a think now, but that. I don't want to. I'm lost for words, Phil. Sorry. I can't believe that. How can you go to Bournemouth, who are 19th, and not won a game since Feb, and lose like that?
Well, here's one for you, Chappers, though. You look at, obviously, Arsenal, midweek. We're looking, okay, we've never actually beat them at their ground yet. We take a point from them. Arsenal Fan TV, I remember actually flicking through all their little videos that they've got. And just laughing at them because of how much they were obviously going mad about the supposed offside with Vardy. Vardy shouldn't have been on the pitch. And you know what? I now feel a little bit sorry for them because actually that's how we are right now.
Yeah.
We've lost the word. We don't know what to say or what to really feel apart from disappointment.
I've never been on this so with no words. I've got nothing to say.
I know. Well, Locks, come on. What do you want to say?
Yeah, sorry, I've not got everything set up. I'm on my phone. My laptop's out of charge. you asked obviously about Schmeichel's comment, didn't you, after the game? Obviously, I've just been watching it. He's basically just come out and did what what we expect, really. Obviously, apologised, he took responsibility for it. And the person interviewing him says to him, obviously, yes, fair enough. Your error led to that goal, but surely there's something else that's kind of caused Leicester to capitulate, if you like. And he was the captain. It's right of him, and it should be expected of him to come out and apologise for such an awful second half, a dire second half. I don't think it's just that. Soyuncu, we know he's a bit of a madhead, but that was just something else. I honestly, I'm lost for words, like we all are, really, about that second half. I think. It was written in the stars, wasn't it, when they were saying, obviously, we haven't. They've obviously, every time they've gone behind, they've not won a game. I think that was a stat. And obviously, them being so low down, them needing something to kind of try and spark a survival. What can you say? It's embarrassing.
Someone's echoing on the stream, though. Someone's echoing.
I think it's Locks. Herbert.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What would you like to say?
Look, I'm not even a Leicester fan. I'm a United fan. But after the halftime, I switched off the game because Leicester was so good. Like, everything was going their way. But that red card just completely changed your game.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh God, I'm gonna let a United fan have 30 seconds on here, and then I'm gonna kick you off, Herbert. I appreciate you clicking on. Do you guys think you're gonna get into the Champions League spaces?
Yeah, we have to win our next all. If we win all our games, we get into third. Without whatever you do, we'll get into third. That's the proposition we have.
Herbert, thanks for clicking on the link, but I'm going to kick you out because I just don't need a Man United fan rubbing salt in the room. So cheers, mate.
Okay, mate.
You're going. I think that's fair enough, isn't it, chappers?
Yeah, well, fucking hell.
I can't have Man United fans on here after that, giving us the chip that they're going to overtake us.
I had that. That's the highest viewing figures I've had so far on YouTube.
It's not good, though. I'd rather have it when we're doing well.
Yeah. Wow.
Chappers.
I've got note to say, Phil, and I'm usually full of beans. Let
me read out a few of the fans' comments who've been putting stuff in so that they can make sure. Just keep getting them in here. Kevin saying Brendan didn't apologise at all at the end. Reese said something about that Man United fan. So's Lee Marie. Yeah, trust me, I was being pleasant, so I've let him go. The players need to be on this page so they listen, says Scott Ryan. I tell you what, one of the biggest frustrations I've had this season, Locks, and I know you're a younger generation, but I just feel we haven't, when we were 2-1 down, we just, again, and we've said it many times, we didn't have somebody in the middle of the pitch to grab this game and grab some of the younger players and say, we need to do something about this.
I mean, I'm thinking, is this, obviously, Soyuncu's an important player for us, but if Big Wes is coming in, is that a blessing in disguise? Having, obviously, a leader on the pitch, another leader on the pitch, I'm sure, obviously, I mean, he's still the club captain, isn't he? So he would have the armband over Casper if he was playing. I put it in the chat earlier. It's weird. It's like in previous games where we've not been great in the first half. There's been no change at half time, and we've knocked Rodgers for that in the past. But today, and obviously, we don't know if it was if Kelechi had a knock or if it was just tactical. But we were dominating the game. And then that substitution happens, and it did change the game. I know, obviously, you can say the red card. I mean, look at Arsenal. When they got a player sent off against us on Tuesday, yeah, they conceded a goal, but they did not capitulate like that. I think it's we've bottled it. We have, and I think that is, it's now in Manchester United's hands. As long as they win tomorrow, it's in their hands to kind of take that top 4 place. And like you mentioned, or I think Tom mentioned it, I think Man City are going to get away with this tomorrow.
I hope not.
But we shouldn't have to rely on it. We shouldn't
No,
have to
we
rely.
shouldn't. We shouldn't. But I'd like to see them punished for breaking rules. At the end of the day, rules are there for a reason. So, but they will get away with it. You know they will, because they're still in the tournament. They could potentially win it. And imagine the winners not being in it to defend it. It's just it goes against everything that Champions League's about. So,
Lux, did you see Brendan's post-match interview, or have you not seen that because you've done this?
I've literally paused it after Casper, so I haven't seen Brendan's, unfortunately.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I know after some of it, obviously, and a manager's job is to put a spin on it and say, well, there was positives here or there was positives there. I can't see how you can come out and say anything positive about that. And I'm still very interested to know what about. I'm not going back to the Nacho decision, but up till half time, we were the better side. We did half-time lives and we said, listen, we've not been we've looked pretty good, but we're playing a pretty poor Bournemouth side in the bottom two. We've had 11 chances. You know, we need to get the second goal, and this could go on to be 2 or 3. And then at half-time, the first thing you see is striker took off, midfielder put on. I don't want to pull it all back to that because I think there's a whole heap of rubbish after that, chappers. But people are going to question that. That's managerial decisions. And again, another thing for you, chappers, is when we need a goal at 2-1 down, forget that it ended up 3-1, 4-1. With 12 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, it was 2-1. And we didn't have a striker on the bench.
Yeah, it was squad depth. That is squad depth. Who else have we got? You've got no one.
We got Islam Slimani on loan.
Oh, don't give me that. I ain't swearing.
He's not. He's not. He's a striker we own, and we don't have him. We've got Matty James. Well, why have we got Matty James in the squad, chappers?
Why we've got him?
What the hell? Why?
I don't know. It's just another.
So would you rather have Matty James in the squad, chappers, or Islam Slimani?
Oh, I see what you mean, Phil. Yeah, but I'd rather have none of them. To be honest with you, I'd rather go new exciting players.
But you're talking about squad depth, and they're two players we own, and we don't have Slimani in the. And I'm grasping at straws because I don't know what else to say, chappers.
Matty James.
You're saying about we haven't got.
Matty James shouldn't even be in the conversation. I don't think Matty James is good enough anymore at all. He's just don't even consider him anymore in the team. I mean, I just don't know what we do now, lads. How long's Chilwell going to be out for? How long's Maddison going to be out for?
Well, I have heard Maddison's out. I've heard for the rest of the season, but I hope that's not.
Did we finish the game with 2 subs left to use, by the way?
Pardon?
Did we finish? 2-1 down. Would you?
We used all 3 subs, didn't we?
Yeah, we had 5. Yeah, 5, don't you?
But you can only make 3 substitutions, so we can.
With
3, yeah. So again, you would argue potentially tactical. Not. I mean, Joanna's saying, I don't want to turn this into a Slimani one. I'm coming back just because we didn't have a striker on the bench and we potentially could have one in the squad, you know. And
yeah, we yeah. I think we're all like that. No, just going back to that substitution, we did have another, because wasn't one made at half time, so we could have still made another one.
Albrighton. Nacho, and then Barnes came on for Perez.
So Albrighton got a knock early doors, which obviously that affected things straight away. Yeah. I don't know why he took Nacho off, to be honest with you. I know he wasn't having the best of games. He smashed one wide somewhere near the corner flag. But why did go defensive? It cost us last time. Surely he needs to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like he settled that 1-0. Like we said, if it wasn't a knock from Nacho. But you can't do that against a team that are fighting for survival at half time. You can't do that.
Sean, you're back. Just briefly before I just want to finish this live. To be fair, I know I'm trying to get as many views in as possible. I'll keep getting them on here. But Thursday is Sheffield United, who just thrashed Chelsea last night. I have got almost zero confidence for Thursday after that.
You know, I mean, looking at Rodgers, I've just literally watched him do his interview after the game. He seems a little deflated, just a little, about the loss. You know, apart from that,
I ain't surprised.
Pardon?
I ain't surprised. I'm fucking deflated. We're all deflated.
That's why I said a little, Shepard.
Yeah, sorry.
It says there's only a little deflated.
Sorry. I've lost it.
But yeah, no, we've all lost it. There's not one Leicester fan here that can tell us that they've not lost it. I mean, I've seen a lot of Rodgers out comments.
Oh, that's just bonkers.
I don't agree with it at all.
No.
However, I did ask the question at the start of the game to my father-in-law, and I'm going to ask all of you the same question.
Oh dear.
If Rodgers was to go, for whatever reason, and Bournemouth get relegated, do you take him?
Eddie Howe.
He's a good young manager.
He's just not got the money.
Exactly. But we have, because we banked a lot of it from Maguire, which actually we should have spent a little bit of it to get a backup for Sionchu, I believe. And that's what we're going to miss in the next couple of games.
He's a proven Premier League manager. He's kept Bournemouth up for God knows how long now. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if we were managerless, you'd probably look at someone like Eddie Howe, but these comments are just ludicrous at the minute.
I think, that's it. I don't want to turn this. I'm not turning into this Brendan Rodgers slating, because what I will agree with, like Chappers, is that, look, if we do finish 5th or 6th or 7th this season, you'd still, at the start of the season, you'd have still classed that as a decent finish, Chappers, wouldn't you? I know where you're saying with that.
Yeah,
I do agree with that. But it's come from the perception that we've been Champions League position for so long.
Yeah.
That well, let's just review it at the end. I don't want to say too much now, Chappers, because let's see. We've got 3 more games. Bloody hell, this is Leicester City. We'll beat Sheffield United. We'll go and beat the Spurs, and then it'll be down to the Man United game.
And Harry Maguire will probably get a fucking last-minute goal and put it all.
It can still happen. Listen, right, I'm going to let all you guys go, and I'm going to read out a few comments before I go and have another beer.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot. See you later, lads.
All right. Thanks, everybody who's clicked on. I'm going to let everybody go. Thanks to all the lads who's clicked on. Stupid calling for Rodgers. In Rodgers we trust, says Brad Lingard. Listen, I agree. I never want to call for a manager. I think that's silly. I don't want anything like that. So not going to put too many comments on there. James Hill says, I hope Rodgers did give them a bollocking, which they probably needed it. Joanna's offering she'll get her boots on for Thursday without Ricardo, Sionco, Albrighton or Maddison. Slim pickings. When we went 1-0 up, we should have gone for the jugular, says Carl, which I think is what most fans are feeling about it. Kevin, what else can we do apart from, as ever, as fans, we have to brush this game under the hook and we have to move on. It ain't going to be easy. And tomorrow night is a Fan Zone show, 7:30. Don't forget, join me and Tom, and hopefully we'll have a 24 hours to calm down. So join us tomorrow night for that, Kevin, as well. We can still do this. There's Foxes. This is where it'll turn, Mark. We'll turn it in. Trust me, this week on Leicester Fan TV, we'll be turning it round and saying we can do this. You know we will. We have to believe that as fans. If we don't just blindly go on with it and say we're going to win, then where do we go? But youth players are licking their lips for Thursday, says Ross. I know Ross is a big believer. He keeps talking about, is it George Hurst coming in and being given a chance? I mean, ironically, Bournemouth stuck on one of their youth team at the end when they were 4-0 down. Craig is saying, going to struggle now with 5 players missing. Well, it's a chance for the others, isn't it, Craig? There are 0 positives to take from this match, says Tom. I can't think of any. I really can't think of any positives. Akinbai, dust your boots off, says Chris Guttridge. This is positive talk now. Nacho, it'd be so interesting to see if Nacho wasn't injured at half time, if that was tactical, that was clearly a tactical massive error. Keith saying, is this our Sheffield United moment under Martin? We go again. I don't know. Who knows? But I think we do go again. We just need to see this. Paul says Champions League ain't good enough to play in the Milk Cup, let alone. We'll win the Europa League. It's in our DNA. Oh, it's so sad to be talking about Europa League. I agree with you, Mark. If we play in the Europa League, we would do well, but we've been in the Champions League. I think a lot of us, myself included, were already thinking that this was going to happen with the Champions League. Somebody on Facebook says, this is Leicester. We do it the hard way. We certainly do. Ryan says, Foxes never quit, but oh dear. I agree to it. Jack saying to be ahead and then changing it second half, we fell apart. It cost us the game. I think we all agree with that. Matty saying looking forward to tomorrow. Should be lively. It will be, Matty. I tell you what, who said we have the highs and we have the lows watching Leicester City. I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want to follow any other team than Leicester City. I would not have not wanted to be at Stoke away in the rain when we lost 1-0 and got relegated to League One, or going to watch us play Yeovil at the King Power in League One, or Doncaster Rovers, or winning the Championship, or winning the Premier League, or not getting through to Wembley against Villa this season. Who knows what it's like to have to be a Leicester fan. You wouldn't want to beat any other fan, would you? Let's just admit it. We love Leicester. Whatever happens, we wear the badge. We support the lads. Sponsors, follow. I've got no energy left after that to say any more, apart from join me and Tom tomorrow night at 7:30, right here on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. If you can be bothered to like and share this video, we appreciate it. If you just want to give up on football for a bit, we appreciate that as well. But don't stick with the stuff. Come back. We've got a live show tomorrow night, and we've got Tom's got a show on Wednesday with the Fox's Tales with Alan Smith, ex-Leicester and ex-Arsenal, Alan Smith. That'll be worth watching, especially after Smithy's comments against Leicester last week. I'll see you all shoot soon. I need to go. Bye.
Get on your feet. Don't sleep. Let the keys. Dig deep. Get on your feet. Don't sleep. Let the keys. Dig deep. Got to dig deep.
I'm still here. You need to go. See you in a bit.